After the bus ride to Johnson City, Tennessee, the Rams are ready for action inside Steve Lacy Fieldhouse against the Milligan Buffaloes here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello, everybody. Bailey Engel here. Glad to have you with us on this road trip as the Rams look for a crucial AAC victory against this Milligan Buffaloes team that they beat back in November by just 1 point. And now the Rams have won 3 conference games in a row, going back to that big upset victory this Saturday, 51-49 against Reinhardt. Danae Cox able to get to 1,007 career points in that game, one of the better scores in the history of Bluefield College Rams women's basketball. But now a big test against a team that they faced off against back before Thanksgiving, where Milligan was actually ranked in that contest, and then the Rams were able to get a win there behind double figures performances from both Danae Cox as well as Emily Hart. Starting for that Milligan Buffaloes team, though, the junior Rebecca Maxwell is followed by her guard, another junior named Cassidy Anderson. Redshirt junior Andy Lamb will get the starting guard as well. The big forward for Milligan, Sarah Robinson, she averages around 14 points per game. And then Mackenzie Razor, the junior from Shelbyville, Kentucky, she'll also get the start. She is accompanied by her sister on the bench, Savannah Razor. But the Rams coming out in this one looking for a sweep against Milligan. This is a rivalry, folks. This is actually a pretty tight geographic game as compared to where the Rams have gone in the past. Only about a 2-hour bus ride. Actually see some BC fans right behind me here on those black bleachers. But here inside of a pretty drafty Steve Lacy Fieldhouse, the Rams looking for a big win against the team head coached by Rich Aubrey in his 25th season. He's had a great command of this Milligan program. He's a 10-time Coach of the Year, and they come into this game 14-11, 10-9 in the AAC. The Rams with an identical conference record, but at 13-11 on the year. And that game yesterday against the Apprentice School Shipbuilders will only be counted as an exhibition. So now we're getting into the nitty-gritty here, into the last week or the last month of this season. Arabelle Lanier out on the floor right now, joined by Hannah Preservati out of the walking boot, and then Adrian Goodlett, Danae Cox, and Emily Hart. Squaring off for the tip-off will be Sarah Robinson and Belle Lanier. Tipping it into the backcourt, going right to left will go Milligan. Wearing in those gray jerseys in the corner now. Over to Rebecca Maxwell, feeds down low to Razor, swings back top of the key. Back out to Andy Lamb, another player to watch out for. Going down the baseline, Robinson, her pass intercepted by Danae Cox as the Rams go left to right. Well, Cox, the leading scorer for Bluefield, scored 14 points back against Milligan last time they played against in November. Just past left wing, Emily Hart, dish in the left block, picked off of the tip by Mackenzie Razor in the backcourt. Going in the gray jerseys, Milligan wearing the orange numbers as well. Razor dishes left corner, back in front of Corey Mullins. Hannah Preservati sets up in that zone. Well, Milligan, head coached by Rich Aubrey, have been good in their past couple of games. They've won 2 in a row. Robinson backs towards the lane and scoops with the right hand for the game's opening basket. It is now 2-0. Bluefield down for the first time in this game with 9 minutes flat left to go first quarter. Adrian Goodlett out there. She hit that game-winning 3 against Reinhardt a couple of days ago that put the Rams up 50-47. Meanwhile, Belle Lanier off the pick and roll, floats towards the basket and ties it up at 2-2. Well, Belle Lanier, the Richmond, Virginia native, went to Verona High School like her teammate Danae Cox. Except Danae Cox will be back next year, just a redshirt junior. And the left side, it will go to Cassidy Anderson. Feeds top of the key back to Andy Lamb. Puts the ball on the deck, starts to drive right. Preservati on the defense, forces her out in the corner. 10 to shoot, back up top, over to Anderson. Handoff Lamb, going to the top of the key. Dish down the lane, floats from 5, and swishes to make it 4-2. Milligan on top here by 1 possession. Gotta expect after this game was decided by just 1 possession back in November, it will probably be the same here. Danae Cox goes right wing, into a double team she goes. Has a chest pass out to her favorite teammate, Hannah Preservati, wearing number 22. Emily Hart going right down the lane, now lifts it back to Preservati. Arcs a 3, misses from the right corner as it bricks off of the backboard. Clocking into the hands of Sarah Robinson, and Milligan has the ball back with 7:50 left and a 4-2 lead. Mackenzie Razor lets it fly from triple range and gets it to fall right from the top of the key. Now 7-2 the score. Well, Corey Mullins, the head coach of this Bluefield College team in his 4th season at the helm of the Rams. Emily Hart starts to go back up top, bumps into Mackenzie Razor, and draws the game's first foul with 7:30 remaining first quarter.
That's it, hey!
Glad to have all of you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Milligan with video feed in this one as the chest pass goes in off the inbounds. Off of the first foul of the game. We have the audio feed for all the rest of these away games, including that game on Wednesday. Now dish in the paint, Bellinier bumps for the shot, bricks it off the backboard, right into the hands of Mackenzie Razor. Rams down 7-2 right across midcourt. Goes the point guard Cassidy Anderson. A pass into the corner. Robinson under the basket, near the baseline, swings back out over to Maxwell. Dish into Robinson in the left block. Goodlet on the defense with 15 to shoot. Robinson pivots inside the paint. With one arm, she pumps towards the basket and clocks in another bank shot. 9-2, Rams down by 7. 6:50 remaining, first quarter. Well, you see that, like in that exhibition yesterday, the Rams really couldn't get anything offensive going in the second half. But now, with Hannah Preservati healthy, it puts a lot more out on the floor for the Rams. Top of the key, Goodlet. Lob down low to Bellinier. Puts it on the deck, spins right. Shot no good on the layup. She hit it off the right corner of the basket. Now 6:30 left to go. Anderson feeds top of the key over to Robinson. Pass down low to Razor. Hard dribble. Hacked as she went up. And Goodlet with the game's first foul for the Rams as Mackenzie Razor just face planted right into the paint. So it'll be a shooting foul. Mackenzie Razor coming out of Shelbyville, Kentucky, leads the team in rebounds, only scores around 8.8 points per game. Well, shoots the first free throw and rattles it home. 10-2 now the lead for Milligan. 6:23 left on the clock in the first period. Whistle blows and Teal Davis comes into the contest to relieve her teammate Andy Lamb. Oh, the silent Steve Lacey Fieldhouse. Razor swishes the second and now makes it 11-2. Buzzer sounds once again. And Kaylee Ghost comes into the game, relieving Razor. 6:23 remaining. Rams down by 9. Not a great start for the red and the blue here. As Preservati jogs right into the top of the key. Passes right wing. Goodlet zips top of the key. Bellinier. Off a stutter step. Bellinier pops it back out to Emily Hart on a hip-high dribble. Rams just working around the arc. Here's Preservati. Pops back Goodlet. Off a double team. Starts to veer back out. Overheads the pass over to Preservati on the defense. Anderson off a screen. Preservati drives right with 7 to shoot. Feeds Goodlet. Right wing 3. Nowhere close off the back end of the iron. Fought for the rebound though, Emily Hart, as she corralled it near the free throw line. So Preservati overheads Bellinier, pops from 15 and hits the floater from the free throw line. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. Rams down 11-4 as we take our first timeout here. 5:46 remaining, first quarter. Back here with 5:46 remaining. Rams down 11-4 after Bellinier hit that 15-footer. Pass in the left wing on the other side. Here's Teal Davis, one of the bench players for this Milligan College team, relying on the first couple of points scored by Mackenzie Razor and Sarah Robinson. Robinson gets it in the left block, puts it on the deck, lost the ball, pickpocketed by Emily Hart. Great defense in the paint right there by Adrian Goodlet. Now Hart, the sophomore from Independence, Virginia, underhands Hannah Preservati. Feeds on the right side, Goodlet, top of the key, over to Bellinier, lost the ball and picked up by Goodlet. Now with 15 to shoot, Danae Cox with a hard stutter step, drives left, Euro step, loops a layup on the right side, and the ball just ripped off of the top end of the rim. So still 11-4, 5:05 remaining first quarter. And Sarah Robinson, one of the taller players out there for Milligan, a shot on the other end that time by Rebecca Maxwell. Doesn't fall, but the rebound corralled in the left corner for Teal Davis. Well, Bluefield and Milligan, two rivals in the AAC. Rams at 8th, or rather at 7th in the conference. Milligan at 6th. Now a push-off called on the foul on Adrian Goodlet. She was posted up down low on the left side to Sarah Robinson. And then when they fed down low to Robinson, Goodlet must have tried to bump her in, and a foul was called. So that's Goodlet's second foul. Buzzer sounds. Tiana Crockett into the game as Emily Hart is taken out. Pass inside, Sarah Robinson almost lost the ball in the left corner. Around it, that's Kaylee Ghost. Loops down low, and the pass picked away, intended for Emma Kate Brown. So now Crockett with her first steal of the game, and Danae Cox will run the point for Bluefield, just stretching down the right side. Hard drive down the paint, pops for two. No foul called as she was hacked, and they said it was an all-ball block on the guard, Cassidy Anderson. Haley Turman checking into the game, also back in Emily Kaiser for Milligan. So Bellanier getting a quick talking to from Corey Mullins, or rather he will be out of the game. Haley Turman into the game as a low post player. Preservati overheads Danae Cox right wing. 4:26 remaining first quarter. Cox feeds out right side, Hannah Preservati. Starts to step into a double team on the right block. Backs in, spins left, moves towards the basket, and feeds it right off of the window for the score. 11-6 now the score, and the Rams have cut it within 5 with 4:10 remaining in this first period. Got to see if they can find that defensive momentum. That is really what Corey Mullins' brand is. If they get that offense going, they still have to get back and hold this team to under 50 points as Emma Kate Brown floats for three and misses. Now a rebound by Adrian Goodlett. Rams down by just 2 possessions here. Danae Cox looking for her first 3 of the game. Pass right wing, Goodlett had a stutter step, now crosses into the lane, feeds out right corner back to Cox. Danae Cox steps back for the triple, back iron, bouncing on the left side. Good hard-fought board by Sarah Robinson as she just stretched out that left hand to pull it back into her chest. Going down the floor, Teal Davis. Really, everybody can take the ball down the floor for this Milligan team. McCrate Brown feeds it back out. Now with 3 for Ghosts. Back iron, no good. Rebound under the basket by Emily Kaiser. She tried to feed it back out on one arm, and then it just went out of bounds. Oh, Bellanier back into the game, as well as Morgan Ghost making her first entrance. 11-6, Rams going left to right, 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. And you got to see what Hannah Preservati can do here. She did not play yesterday and did not score against Reinhardt. Really an odd game for her as Crockett powers in the lane, a couple of spins, floats towards the basket, misses the layup. Rebound, Bellanier does not get the basket to fall on the putback, and a rebound ripped away by Morgan Ghost right under the basket. 11-6, she's down by, or Bluefield is down by 5. 2:55 remaining in this first quarter. Top of the key, Ghost lobs down low over to Kaylee Ghost, and now top of the key once again, and that's a 3-second violation on Kaylee Ghost. They got the sisters out there, Morgan Ghost, the redshirt senior, and then Kaylee Ghost wearing number 11. With 2:47 remaining in the first quarter. Got a couple of sisters on this team, as well as Mackenzie Razor and Savannah Razor. Anna Preservati looking back to Bellanier as Bluefield goes left to right across that big Milligan M logo. Preservati with a hard drive, another cut to the basket as she misses the layup. Going back the other end, here comes Milligan. Ghost floats it back out over to Emily Kaiser. Drives in the lane, floats with the right hand and misses. Rebound Bellanier as the ball just popped off the front end of the basket. Here comes Danae Cox, 2:19 remaining. Both teams on a bit of an offensive dormancy period here as Danae Cox chest pass top of the key, Hannah Preservati. Off of the defense from Emily Kaiser. Preservati floats back out to Turman. Rips left side over to Tiana Crockett. The freshman decides to drive in. Splits the double team, draws the foul, and misses the layup, but she will go to the line for 2. Saw this weekend where Crockett really is starting to find a little bit more confidence in the fact that she drives in a little bit more and starts to force those fouls to get her to the charity stripe. As the buzzer rings in, so does Emily Hart. It will not be a shooting foul for Crockett. So Emily Hart will have the inbounds pass with 2:04 left to go in the first quarter. Feeds out left wing, Bellanier pops back to Hart. Hard stutter step on Emily Kaiser. Off a Turman screen, starts to skate right, floats from 5. Off the backboard, no good. Kaiser punched the ball off of Haley Turman, and it will go right back to Milligan. 11-6, Milligan on top. Rams not shooting as well from the field right here. As now the ball is being taken up by Andy Lamb. And the redshirt junior out of Chucky, Tennessee. Into the side it goes Ghost. Pops back up to her sister at the top of the key. Bellanier on the defense. Feed back down to Kaylee Ghost. Drives down the lane. Tries to arc it with the right hand and misses. And as the ball just hit off that front end of the rim, Bluefield pulled it down. Outlet on the other end. Bellanier steps towards the basket and draws a charge. Well, that'll get the Milligan fans into it as the player on the ground was Emma Kate Brown. And that is the first foul on Bell-Lanier and the third foul for the Rams in the first quarter. 1:33 remaining first quarter. Rams down by 5. They've been down by as much as 9. It was 11-2. They're able to score the last 2 baskets, and Milligan has just kind of gone silent on the offensive end. Feed top of the key, Andy Lamb off the pressure on Emily Hart. Into Ghost now, pops from the elbow, misses. Ball bouncing in the air. Great rebound by the redshirt junior, Danae Cox. Fighting hard in the backcourt, feeds up top to Crockett. Going down the lane and backs out towards the top of the key. Passes right wing, Danae Cox. Crossover dribble, feeds out in the right corner, Haley Turman. Chest pass top of the key, Crockett, and a large lob into Bell-Lanier in the left corner. 14 to shoot, lost the ball as it's picked away by Andy Lamb in the backcourt. Under a minute left to go, first period, as Emily Kaiser with a pump fake goes down the baseline, pivots it back out to Ghost on a hard step, lost the ball near the elbow, but a foul is called on Danae Cox. Well, Danae Cox must have reached in on Morgan Ghost's pass, as both Ghostes are on the floor right now, her and Kaylee. Well, Kaylee has it, underhands Andy Lamb in the left corner with 46 seconds left to go in the first period. Here's Ghost top of the key, starts to go down the lane through the double team, pops it back out, a large 3, good for Emma Kate Brown in the right corner. Makes it 14-6, the lead back to 8 for this Milligan team. 30 seconds remaining, shot clock still on at 23. Emily Hart on a hip-high dribble with her right hand, starts to go left, passes left corner over to Danae Cox. Shuffles down the baseline, lobs back out, Emily Hart. Now back in the paint, overhead pass Danae Cox left corner. Back in the perimeter she goes, Bluefield just topsy-turvy, backing in and out, and the pass picked away that time by Emily Kaiser. 8 seconds left. Here's Ghost in the left corner. On the defense, Crockett with 5 seconds, loops back out. Emily Kaiser launches a 3, too short, with the buzzer sounding off the rebound by Tiana Crockett. 14-6 the score after the first quarter. Rams trail by 8 here at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse against the Milligan Buffaloes. Rams about ready to go back into it here in the second quarter, down 14-6 to this Milligan Buffaloes team at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse. Emily Hart gets the ball in the backcourt to start out this second period. Rams trailed by as much as 9. Now they're down by 8 as Crockett has it in the left wing, underhands Bell-Lanier. Looks like the Rams are going to have to start moving the ball down in the low post, and Bell-Lanier off of that mental slight breakdown, if you will, just dragged that last foot and traveled. Bounce pass right wing. And now a feed down low into Razor. Off of the right block, Bell-Lanier hits the floor. No foul called. Returns it back to Razor. Carries with the left hand and does not score with a layup. So now a couple of foul shots coming up from Mackenzie Razor. Already has 2 points in this one. Or 5 make it, as Razor goes for 6 here. Shoots with the right hand and makes it now a 9-point lead at 15-6. Here's Razor eyeing the rim as the native from Kentucky misses that one. 15-6 the score in the second quarter. 9:30 remaining in this period. Emily Hart and Bluefield trying to get back in it as they trail by 9 once again. Kendall Cloninger back into the game for Bluefield as the screen off of Haley Turman. Emily Hart veers down the right side, passes back top of the key. Crockett drives in on the left side, loops to Cloninger, arcs a 3. Swish! 15-9, Rams cut it down to a 6-point lead thanks to the sophomore coming out of Charlotte. Top of the key, Mackenzie Razor, the forward, working with Teal Davis now on the left wing. Rams getting back in the zone defense and now starting to chant defense. Here comes Rebecca Maxwell. Underhands over to Razor. Bounce pass down low. Robinson. Under the basket she goes. Reverse layup. Powers through beyond Bell Lanier. Makes it 17-9 off of that circus play. 8:48 remaining in this first half. Rams trying to find these open shots. Cloninger got the open look for the Rams and just had that really unorthodox way of shooting threes, and it went in. Cloninger sends another one. This time it's an air ball bouncing into the cheerleaders on the right baseline. 17-9 the score. And Kira Bell Lanier getting the chant in from Corey Mullins, trying to solidify the defense in the low post for the Rams. Lobbing to that low post again. Mackenzie Razor on the defense, though. Mackenzie Razor able to get it through as Haley Turman, was on the defense. Couldn't block that shot. Now it is 19-9, a 10-point lead, and the Rams starting to send in some new players. Here's Crockett at the top of the key. Cuts down the paint, spins it back out to Turman. Launches a tray. Air ball too far. Into the baseline it goes, and Bluefield now will send in some new players. It will be Hannah Preservati, Autumn Hash, who is a little banged up on that left knee, and Danae Cox joining her. Here comes Bluefield back in that zone defense. Preservati's going to have to start forcing some turnovers for the Rams as it's a 10-point lead for Milligan at 19-9. Into the right wing, chest pass top of the key, Sarah Robinson. She's averaging 14 points per game. Dish down low to Mackenzie Razor. Ugly layup with the left hand. And after the ball pinballs in the backcourt, it's corralled by Hannah Preservati. Now the point guard passes right corner. Tiana Crockett pump fake. Down the lane she goes. Layup right off of the glass and in. 19-11. Rams cut it down to 8 now as it is 7:30 on the game clock. Test pass Teal Davis. Another cut down low to Sarah Robinson. Hard zip, top of the key. Mackenzie Razor with a nothing but net tray near the top of the arc. 22-11, the lead at 11 as Milligan has doubled the score of Bluefield in the game. Just past top of the key, Bell Lanier. Rams just zipping around. They have to find the open shots and hit them as Preservati veers off the screen, pops from the elbow. Nothing but air as the ball just started to blow that nylon away. At 22-11, the score now is 7:05 remaining. Jogging the ball up, Teal Davis. She came off the bench. The freshman guard from Belton, South Carolina. Now lob down low. Here's Mackenzie Razor. Lost the ball as she fell down for it. Bell Lanier trying to force a tie-up, but instead bounces it over to Sarah Robinson. Teal Davis pumps a tray and misses as the ball goes into the cheerleaders on the baseline right in front of the Bluefield bench. Got a good little crowd starting to file in here, especially for the women's game. And the men's game coming up right after this as the Rams are looking for a sweep of the Buffaloes in that as well. Makes it 22-11, 6:40 remaining in this first half as Preservati provides the chest pass left wing. Crockett on a right arm dribble, pops it back over left corner. Danae Cox arcs a tray and swishes. So now it is 22-14. Cut down once again to 8 points as Danae Cox hits her first triple of the game. Make that her first basket as well. Now the Rams still up, or still down in a couple of possessions here as Sarah Robinson steps back on the tray. Loose ball in the paint, still being pinballed around. Danae Cox on her behind, got the ball out to Crockett. Crockett moving down the floor without numbers, starts to back out right wing, feeds top of the key, Preservati. Underhands Crockett, the freshman, down the lane again, floats from 5, back iron, clonking around, couldn't get it to fall on the shooter's roll. 22-14 still the score, 5:56 left to go in the first half as the Rams are down by 8 here in the second quarter. Down to the left corner, Bell Lanier with the defense. Sarah Robinson able to draw the foul as she drove on the left side of Bell Lanier, and Bell Lanier just had to hack on that right arm. Buzzer sounds, and the senior is taken out of the game. Adrian Goodlett, the other senior from New Kent, Virginia, back in. Gonna see if that defensive prowess can really kick in with Adrian Goodlett. She's kind of a low post player, even though Robinson is a little bit taller than her. Andy Lamb feeds into Mackenzie Razor. One arms it back over to Emily Kaiser, as now that size getting a little bit bigger with Rebecca Maxwell into the game. She's in the left corner, bounce down low to Razor on the left block, spins left off of Autumn Hash, and Autumn Hash able to wrestle for the rebound, accidentally trips up Razor in the process. Rams down by 8 with 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Danae Cox softballs it over to Crockett in the left wing. Now Crockett pops from the top of the key and misses on the long two, bouncing into the hands of Emily Kreiser. Well, from Bluefield, still not getting any rhythm. And even though Crockett is starting to feel her confidence, balls have to start going in as Razor one-arms it back to Maxwell. Powers in left side, feeds out to Lamb. Now at the left elbow. Euro step, strip to the ball, no foul called, and Andy Lamb just kicked it out of bounds. 5:04 on the clock. Rams down by 8 still, 22-14. We're glad to have you with us on the Rams Digital Sports Network. We're going to have all of the road games, including the one this Wednesday in Barbersville, Kentucky, against the Union Bulldogs. Now the lob in, Sarah Robinson pumps it into Emily Kaiser, but Emily Hart on the steal, wrestling for it. Now a foul called on Sarah Robinson. Well, for Robinson, it looked like she was trying to force a tie-up, but the junior from Elizabethton, Tennessee, that's just about 5 minutes from here, accidentally ended up fouling Emily Hart. That's her first foul and a team's first of the entire second quarter. 5 minutes flat left to go in the first half. Now Hannah Preservati calls out for a new offense. Lobs in the right block for Danae Cox, who has 1-3. Autumn Hash kind of limping now as she goes into the paint, provides a screen for Preservati. Now passes out right corner for Danae Cox, but a foul called offensively on Bluefield. That's going to be on Adrian Gullett, who already has 3 fouls. A moving screen on the senior with 4:46 remaining, and not a great time to pile up the fouls right now. Still, the score is at 22-14. Here's Andy Lamb on the right side as Corey Mullins is trying to get an explanation from the official. Lob in the right block. Robinson bumping for the ball and lost it. Meanwhile, Tyra Jackson into the game as well. The senior from Bluefield, West Virginia, getting some more playing time for the Rams, wearing those red jerseys. Still 22-14. Milligan came in spurts in this one. Now a pass inside, long shot for Ghost. Back iron miss. Clonking on the left side as Danae Cox picked the rebound. There's Cox onto the right wing now. Bluefield trying to move in transition. Skates it back over to Autumn Hash, top of the key. Veers right, underhands Cox with now 4:19 left to go in the first half. Danae Cox floats from 15 feet, lost the ball on the rebound, and it was actually punched out of bounds that time by Emma Kate Brown. So the Rams will get it back after Emma Kate Brown from Milligan just popped it over the baseline. And now an inbounds pass. Tyra Jackson now has it in the left wing. Bounces up top. Hannah Preservati starts to veer right inside the paint. Now dribbles back out. Underhands in the paint now. Floats from 5 and spins for the basket. Cut it down to 6 points now. 22-16. 3:58. A bounce to an open Sarah Robinson. Just on the backdoor cut. The junior able to push the ball right in. Makes it 24-16, lead back to 8, and the Rams fell asleep on defense that time after finding some offensive momentum. Now it goes right back down to Hannah Preservati, who went down the lane, shoots from 15, clocks it off the back iron, rebound on the other end for Ghost. Well, she underhands it to Emma Kate Brown, who starts to veer over to the left side, feeds to Andy Lamb, left corner. Bounce on the left block. Robinson almost got the errant pass. 3.5 minutes remaining. Now a shot top of the key for Emily Kaiser, just bumping off of the back iron. Rebound Danae Cox. Well, Danae Cox starting to pull down some boards in this one, make it 4 rebounds for the redshirt junior. Now she steps in on the right side, floats and able to just bounce the ball in off of the square right through the 10. Makes it 24-18. 3:03 remaining. Andy Lamb off of that Bluefield zone, passes right to Emma Kate Brown in the corner. Ball is flattened by the foot of Hannah Preservati on the kick, and a whistle now provides Bellinier to get back into the game. Autumn Hash back out as well as Bellinier enters the game. 2:56 remaining first half. Andy Lamb to inbound, chest pass inside to Emily Kaiser, feeds top of the key, Kate Brown. Good defense from Danae Cox as Kate Brown shuffles it back over on the other side. Here's Kaiser backing in towards the paint, floats it out left wing. Here's Ghost. One arm pass, top of the key, Brown drives in, 3 seconds on the shot clock, and at the buzzer, able to just elevate towards the rim and get the basket to fall. Well, after the layup, it is now an 8-point lead again, 26-18, 2.5 minutes left to go. Rams looking to get a win against Milligan, a team that is thirsty for a victory against Bluefield. Steal at the top of the key. Here comes Ghost straight down the lane. Lost the ball, but a foul called on a block. That one will be on Bluefield. See who it's on, and Danae Cox will be booked for another foul. That'll be her second and a team fourth with 2:19 remaining in the first half. So Andy Lamb on the left side with minutes and 19 seconds remaining. Passes into Kaylee Ghost. Now a feed top of the key, Emily Kaiser going into the left wing. Now shovels in the corner from the defense from Emily Hart. Lob down low, tipped in the air by Bellinier. Loose ball, kicked around, and finally picked up by Danae Cox. Rams going 2-on-3. Danae Cox starting to cut left and loops it back out left wing over to Bellinier. Cross-court lob to Tyra Jackson as she powers down the baseline, feeds back up top on the right wing. Emily Hart drives in, floats from 5, and the ball swirls around the cup and tickles the twine to make it 26-20. The lead is again 6 for Milligan. Rams starting to pick up and string some offensive possessions together. Open lob on the right side as Kaylee Ghost able to shoot and score on the right block. Oh, Milligan is scoring, and they're scoring quick, and every time it seems like right after a Rams basket, they get down, don't waste any time, and find a backdoor cut like they did right there. Tyra Jackson has the ball overhead in the left wing, zips it back out in the corner for Danae Cox with 13 to shoot and a minute 20 to play. Cox stutter step back long two, air ball as the disappointing shot floats towards the cheerleaders to make it still a 3-possession game at 28-20. Make it 4 possessions possibly with just 2-point shots. Emma Kate Brown drives onto the corner. Now a feed in the left side. Goes for 3 and misses as Morgan Ghost couldn't get the triple to fall. Outlet on the other end. Emily Hart shuffles into the left wing, pops it down low. Bellinier. Now the forward powers into the left block, spins towards the basket. Hard shot, but she's fouled in the process. That's going to go on Kaylee Ghost. Bellinier had the ball over her head, decided there was nowhere to go except shoot, and then just tried to pump it back in towards the basket. Luckily for the Rams, she's fouled, and now it's at 28-20 with 55.3 seconds on the clock. First shot goes for Kira Bellinier to make it 28-21. So Bellinier trying to sink both of these free throws. With the left hand, she fires. Back iron miss. And a rebound for Kaylee Ghost. Here's 50 seconds remaining. Milligan up by 7. Andy Lamb, chest pass left corner on this side to Morgan Ghost. Underhands it back to Lamb. Starts to skate down the baseline, loses the ball, pops from 2. Misses the shot as it's just tipped into the hands of Danae Cox. Shot clock still on with 36 seconds remaining. Crockett on the outlet, spins it back out over to Danae Cox, who has it on the right wing. Andy Lamb on the defense as Bluefield starts to slow it down. Cox switching the ball from left to right hand, decides to pass it to Emily Hart. Corey Mullins looking for a new offense for Bluefield. Now 10 to shoot, passes left wing, Bellinier feeds top of the key, Jackson. Lob over to Emily Hart, cuts down low to Bellinier, and with a couple of claps, Corey Mullins loves that offensive possession. 28-23, 9 seconds remaining. Here comes Milligan. Underhands over in the lane, over to Andy Lamb, who slams it off the backboard and in to make it 30-23. Bluefield with no shot, and that will be the score going into halftime. Milligan up on top by 7 as we enter the halftime period here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Well, with 8 minutes left to go in the halftime, the Rams trail 30-23, down by 7 here in this women's contest. Got the men warming up now as Bluefield looks to make it another win here in the AAC Conference. But as we take a look at those stats from the first half, Rams shooting 10 of 29 from the field. That's just 34%. They're 2 of 7 from beyond the arc, and those threes hit by Danae Cox as well as Kendall Cloninger off the chest pass three in the left wing. Leading the way for the Rams, though, in double, or rather no one in double figures. Kara Bellanier has 7 points. Danae Cox with 5. While Milligan does have a player in double figures with 11. 5 points for Emma Kate Brown coming off of the bench. And the Rams have trailed for really this entire game against this Milligan team. Now trailed by 7. They've trailed by as much as 10 in this game. And Bluefield still trying to silence this Milligan team that is shooting 12 of 27 from the field. That's at 44%. And they are also 3 of 11 from beyond the arc. 30 total points for Milligan. Beyond that, they have 7 turnovers. Rams also have that on the boards. The Rams tied up in that aspect with 18 and 18 for both the Buffaloes and the Rams. So the difference really, Rams just have to shoot the ball better because on defense they are giving themselves chances. They just have to make them happen. 30-23, 6.5 minutes remaining before we enter the third quarter here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Milligan going left to right out of the break. Into the corner goes Anderson. Lob down low to Mackenzie Razor. Spins in towards the left side of the basket. And she threw an elbow to get the Rams the ball right back. Just now joining us, Bluefield is down by 7. They have trailed really the entire game against Milligan, but they have been down by times at 9. And you saw them against Reinhardt. They did that at home where they were able to still get the 51-49 victory. Over the head, Preservati beats top of the key. Emily Hart in the left elbow she goes. Chest pass top of the key. Preservati pump fake. Lobs out left. Hart with a scoop towards the baseline. Misses with the right hand. Offensive board. Bellanier underhands it back. Finds Cox. Left wing 3. Misses from triple range. And a rebound for Rebecca Maxwell. Here comes Milligan, though, going on the other end. Cassidy Anderson on a lob into Andy Lamb. Underhands top of the key. Back out to Anderson. Lobs on the left side. Here's Maxwell. Here's the pass to Mackenzie Razor. She misses on the left block. Another missed basket, 32-25, 8.5 minutes left in this game as Danae Cox has it on a chest-high dribble. Beats top of the key, Hannah Preservati. First 3 of the game for the Rams. She just has 4 points, and she is 2 of 6 from the entire field. Beats Adrian Goodlett, top of the key. And misses the two-handed shot on a rebound by Cassidy Anderson. Lobs into Mackenzie Razor on the floated pass. Goodlett wrestled it away, and a jump ball is called to give the Rams the ball back again with 8:03 remaining in the third quarter. Oh, Bluefield getting the ball right back. They need to get some offensive possessions really strung together. It has been tough for them as Preservati has it on her knee. One arm pass, Emily Hart right in front of the Bluefield bench. Cuts it back onto the free throw line, now picks up her dribble. Passes out right corner, Adrian Goodlett with 13 to shoot. Another lob top of the key, Danae Cox off a screen, veers right, underhands Goodlett, zips left baseline, Bellanier. 5 to shoot as Bellanier puts it on the deck. Spins it back out to Hannah Preservati, launches at the buzzer. No good as the ball just popped out on the right side. It swirled around and rimmed out. Well, a rebound for Cassidy Anderson. That's really just unlucky for Hannah Preservati. Well, Bluefield trying to get the ball back here as Adrian Goodlett has the defense on Mackenzie Razor on the top of the key. 12 to shoot. Razor backs it out, underhands down low to Anderson. Misses the shot, or rather, that was Rebecca Maxwell. Rebound for Emily Hart going right to left on a full-out sprint. At the top of the key, has the ball in her left hand, pops it back to Hannah Preservati, decides to shoot, and hits it from long range for the tray. 32-28, down to a 4-point lead after the triple is sunk by the senior from Princeton, West Virginia. Got a ball game once again. It's only a 4-point game with 6:57 left to go in the third. Milligan returns to the floor, only leading by 4. The Rams have cut it back down to 32-28 right off of the 3 hit by Hannah Preservati. We're here at Steve Lacy Fieldhouse as Bluefield sets up in a zone on the far end of the floor. Well, for Milligan, they led by 7 going into half, but now right back up to a 6-point lead after Kaylee Gose hits it from about 17 feet at the top of the key. Well, Gose has been a threat for Bluefield as now it is 34-28. Coming off, Cox cuts down to the free throw line, steps back, and now passes out left wing Emily Hart on a one-arm dribble. Dribbles out to Haley Turman, shoots from 15, bounces the free throw line, or rather, it's a missed shot. Now Danae Cox. Right after that little technical difficulty at the top of the key, Kaylee goes down the right side with one arm, lobs in the right block, Sarah Robinson. Now a couple of pump fakes for the forward, and on the reverse layup, just backed it in off the front end of the iron. Now it's 34-28, a 6-point lead for this Milligan Buffaloes team. Danae Cox underhands Adrian Goodlett, skates it back out to Hannah Preservati, who does have a triple in this one. With those blue shoes, underhands top of the key, Emily Hart. Now a power drive down the lane, swings out top of the key, Danae Cox. On a couple of steps, floats it on the right side, Haley Turman on the baseline. 8 to shoot, Danae Cox backs out right wing. Off the screen, into the corner she goes, lobs in the paint, and it's tipped away by Sarah Robinson and into the hands of Cassidy Anderson with 5.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 34-28 the score. Into the right corner now, Sarah Robinson lost the ball and just dribbled it out of bounds off of the Milligan turnover. So Bluefield will get the ball right back off of a great defensive play down low by Haley Turman. Into the game goes Emily Kaiser as well as Tiana Crockett for Bluefield. So Hannah Preservati, Adrian Goodlett, Crockett, Haley Turman, as well as Danae Cox on the floor. Very good shooting lineup for the Rams. Now top of the key, Crockett on the left wing, zips down low, Haley Turman tipping into the bench goes Kaylee Gose, and Bluefield will still get it off of a near steal for the big junior. Or the sophomore rather, from Gate City, Virginia, so not too far from Bluefield. 5:05 remaining, chest pass into Hannah Preservati. And see if the Rams find that open shot. Preservati with the lone three in the second half as Preservati starts to go down the right side. Out of the double team, lost the ball, and stolen away, that time by Robinson. Here's Kaylee Gose now has it as she starts to go right across midcourt. Starts to park out in the right wing. Bluefield needs to get the defense going as an offensive, rather it's a travel called on Milligan. Gets the ball right back to Bluefield with 4:45 remaining in the first part of this second half of the third quarter. Kara Bellinier just about ready to check in. Oh, Bluefield and Hannah Preservati looking for a win on the road. Crockett with the pump fake, pumps at the 5, or rather on the left block, and clocks in the layup. Makes it now 34-30 with 4.5 minutes left to go. Once again, another 4-point game. Lob in the right corner. Gose just right in front of Haley Turman. Cuts it down low to Sarah Robertson and misses another layup. Rebound for Danae Cox as Bluefield goes right to left here at Steve Lacey Fieldhouse. Danae Cox and Hannah Preservati, the main shooters for Bluefield. As Preservati underhands Turman, right wing. Zips top of the key. Crockett now on the left wing over to Goodlett. Right in front of Sarah Robinson. Storms in the lane. Carries for the layup and fouled by Sarah Robinson. Have to see if it will be a shooting foul. It will not be. And the Rams with a chance to cut it back down again to a one-possession game. And Rich Aubrey will call a timeout for Milligan. 34-30. Rams back into it with 3:58 remaining in the third quarter. Rams just about ready to get back out onto the floor. They've made this a new ball game. It is 34-30, just down by 4 behind the 7-point performances of Bellinier, Hannah Preservati, as well as Danae Cox. Rams will get it on the right side of the basket. The freshman tasked to pass it inbounds, and she'll just chuck it way up in the air for Bellinier. Off the screen, powers down the left side. Layup, no good, but a charge called as Bellinier went in with reckless abandonment and just trucked down Emily Kaiser. So to give the ball right back to Milligan, that was going to be a great play as Bellinier had an open look and just went one-on-one to the basket. Just unfortunately for her, Emily Kaiser went flat right down to the floor to give the ball right back to the Buffaloes. So can the Rams get back into this one? That's another turnover for Bluefield, make it their 12th of the game. Top of the key, Andy Lamb swings it outside to Mackenzie Razor. Now Milligan taking a page out of Bluefield's playbook, working the ball around the perimeter. Top of the key, here's Emma Kate Brown. One arm pass down low to Razor. Returns out on the right side. Kaiser swings it back to Razor on the right block. Underhands over to Kate Brown on the right corner, who swishes the three. 37-30, a 7-point lead for the Buffaloes once again. Now Hannah Preservati with the ball right near her knees. Can the Bluefield College Rams answer? Pass on the right side. Danae Cox lobs it out top of the key, picked away by Kaylee Gose. One-on-one to the basket with Haley Turman, and Turman fouls the big forward. And now Gose will get a couple of tries from the charity stripe with 3:07 remaining in the third quarter. That's the first foul on Turman and the third team foul for the Rams. That was just a lazy pass by Danae Cox looking to feed it up to Haley Turman. And the pass was just picked away by the forward. As Gose swishes the first free throw to make it once again an 8-point lead. To make that 5 points for Kaylee Gose, joined by her sister Morgan Gose, who has 0 points in this one. Now, the forward from Gate City eyes the rim, misses the second shot off the front rim, and Goodlet brought it in with two hands. 3:03 remaining on the other end. Here's Crockett in the corner. Zips left elbow. Haley Turman now returns right wing. Danae Cox. Hard cut inside the paint. Floats off the glass, and the ball bounces off the front of the rim into the hands of Mackenzie Razor. Bluefield down by 8 once again. It is 38-30. Now pass in the left block over to Kaylee Gose. Her pass bumped out to Crockett, who races down going right to left, going 1-on-2. Underhands Hannah Preservati looking for contact. Swings out to Turman in the left corner. Now Bluefield goes for the open shot. Here's one for Crockett. One arm three does not fall from the top of the key with 2.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. And the Rams still get dominance on the low post as Razor takes to Haley Turman. Able to force a time up, and it will stay with Milligan, though, with 2:21 remaining in the first part of the second half, third quarter. Emily Hart ready to check in off the buzzer. Sophomore from Independence, Virginia, will relieve with her teammate. 2:21 remaining quarter. Now a pass inside on the right block, feed into Gose, who just bounces it off of that square, and off of a perfect inbound pass, makes it a 10-point lead for Milligan. The Rams had this cut down to 30-30, and now 6 straight points for the Buffaloes. 40-30, 2:07 remaining. One arm pass, top of the key over to Danae Cox. Emily Hart feeds to Goodlet. Goodlet dish down low to Turman. Floats the ball in to Hannah Preservati right wing. No look past Turman. Returns over to Preservati right wing. Backs it out to Turman. Marks the tray. Too short. Tipped in the hands of Danae Cox. Fighting for the rebound. And now a whistle. They would call it a shot clock violation, but the ref did not realize that the ball hit the rim. That ball definitely hit the rim ever so slightly into the hands of Danae Cox. And the official on the right wing called in a shot clock violation. Danae Cox came down with it. And they will keep it with Bluefield. So with a minute 49 left to go in the third quarter, some noticeable frustration from Corey Mullins. Hannah Preservati trying to work the ball in. Lifts it out on the left wing, Danae Cox. Rams down by 10, 40-30. Now they go on the right wing, feed to Haley Turman, who is hacked by Mackenzie Razor on the foul. That'll be just the second foul from Milligan with over 8 minutes elapsed in this third quarter. That's her second one. And Haley Turman, she will be shooting two. First, this bounces off the back iron, still at 40-30. So Teal Davis into the game, as well as Cassidy Anderson for Milligan. Hannah Preservati checks out. Emily Hart and Kendall Cloninger in as well. So the Rams going with Turman, Cloninger, Emily Hart, Goodlet, and Danae Cox. Another change made as Emma Kate Brown goes on to the Bill or Rich Aubrey sideline. Turman loops the second free throw and follows through to cut it down to a single-digit lead again at 40-31. The lead is 9 for Milligan. They've led by as much as 10 and as little as 4 points here in the third quarter. Just pass in the left wing for Teal Davis as Milligan takes the ball left to right. Davis off a couple of pivots, feeds Razor. Now bounces down low to Sarah Robinson. Powers towards the lane and fires it off the glass for the basket and the foul. It's going to be called on Danae Cox. So the and one now makes it 42-31 and a chance to make it a 12-point lead here. Shot for Robinson, rattles and goes in. 43-31, a 12-point lead as Emily Hart just shuffles right across the Milligan logo. Rams down by their largest deficit in this one as Goodlet swings out on the left corner. Emily Hart off the screen. Hart goes into the paint, pops from the free throw line, swish. back down to a 10-point lead, 43-33. Cassidy Anderson moving the ball across midcourt with 1:04 remaining in the third quarter. Teal Davis loops the ball in the right block. Sarah Robinson jumping for the shot, doesn't get it, but Adrian Goodlett now with her fourth foul, and it team's sixth here in this third quarter. So the senior from Newcan, always aggressive, but sometimes that can bite the Rams in the back. So now Milligan will go to the line for 2 shots. Sarah Robinson misses the first one. Well, Robinson averaging 14 points per game. Already has notched 11 and misses both free throws. Good foul by Adrian Goodlett. Now it's 43-33, 55 seconds remaining in the first part of this second half in the third quarter. Swings out left wing, Kendall Cloninger loops top of the key, Adrian Goodlett. And the Rams find an open shot as Goodlett drives in, kicks out top of the key. Danae Cox drives in once again. Her shot no good, but she is pushed down by Teal Davis. On the Milligan bench thought that was a clean block, but Davis pushed the shooting guard right down into the hard court. And Danae Cox will have a couple of shots from the charity stripe. So far the Rams are just 2 of 4 from the line in this game. And now make it 3 of 5 as Danae Cox bounces that ball right through the net. Haley Turman taken out as the score now is 43-34. And Danae Cox make both, and she does, as the ball just spins right through the net. 40 seconds remaining third quarter. Score is 43-35. Cassidy Anderson and Milligan still confident, though, as they gallivant that ball left to right in front of our scorers table here. Into the left wing, now feed top of the key, Mackenzie Razor. Into the game for the first time, Casey Gordon. Ball almost lost down low by Sarah Robinson. She walked as she backed into the lane. No call as Robinson just pushed the ball right through the window. And a timeout called by Bluefield. Or rather, will that be a technical? Yes, they are going to call a technical on Corey Mullins with 14.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Robinson just backed up into the lane. And it really should not have been a walk. Sure should have been a walk on Sarah Robinson. Now she has 2 shots. First shot rattles in to make it now 46-35 with 14.4 seconds. And Robinson floats both shots off of the technical right through the net. 47-35 the score. And it kind of seemed like that was definitely going to be a great walk call, as Robinson almost tripped up and dragged both feet. Saw that she had an open basket and the ball went right in. Rams get the ball back, though, on their side. Lob in to Emily Hart with 13 seconds remaining. Hart starts to sprint on the right side, backs up. Now picks up her dribble, looking for someone to pass this to. Feeds to Autumn Hash, 5 seconds now. Danae Cox on the right wing, steps up towards the 3-point line. Now in trouble, feeds Hash. Now she shoots at the buzzer. Air ball as she just tried to muscle that one in. Largest lead of the game for Milligan as we head into the fourth quarter. 47-35, Buffaloes on top. Rams have no double figures players as of yet, as Milligan has 2 with Sarah Robinson with 15 and Mackenzie Razor the other threat with 13. Behind her, Emma Kate Brown, who already has 8 after hitting 2 3-pointers. Rams led by Danae Cox, who has 9 points, and then a couple players with 7, Preservati and Bellinier. Taking the ball right to left. Rams trying to get back. They are down 47-35. Test pass top of the key from Emily Hart over to Preservati. Feeds right wing Danae Cox. Pressured on the defense by Teal Davis. Bluefield trying to angle out of it with 14 to shoot. Loops to Goodlet. Launches a 2 and misses from the right baseline. Ball popped out of bounds off the hands of Bellinier as she couldn't haul in the rebound over the back of Kaylee Gose. For Bluefield, just shooting 34% in this game, while on the other end, 44% from Milligan. Milligan, though, in the second half, shooting 6 of 10. Doing a little bit better here as Bluefield is trying to provide some more defensive stoppage. Lobs on the right side. Gordon feeds down low to Sarah Robinson. Spins and misses on the hook shot. And a rebound down low for Hannah Preservati in the low post. So now Bluefield trying to work their way back with 9:15 remaining in the game. Large lob down low. Goodlet bounces the ball off the square. And the Rams cut it down to a 10-point lead after the and-1 is sunk by Goodlet. Trying to make it a single-digit lead now if Goodlet can hit this free throw. Got to watch out, though. Adrian Goodlet still has 4 fouls for Bluefield. Largest lead of this game has been 12. Now the shot for Goodlet. Back iron bounce, and it falls on the right side. And it will be called a lane violation on Milligan's Kaylee Gose. So now Adrian Goodlet will have another shot. So we'll see if she can get it on the second chance here. She was only supposed to have 1 shot. Shoots and misses again. Front rim wrestled in on a rebound by Sarah Robinson. She's starting to sprint going down left to right and shuffles down on the right end to pass it top of the key to Cassidy Anderson. Milligan lost to Bluefield back in November at the Dome as the pass is clonked around and picked up off the ground by Emily Hart. That was an overhead pass looking down low to Sarah Robinson. Just couldn't happen. Goodlet chest pass finds Danae Cox. Loops a 3, rattles around the 10. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Goodlet, though, for Bluefield. Here's Hannah Preservati near the top of the key, feeds Cox again in the right wing, who doesn't have that open look over the head of Teal Davis. Goodlet provides a screen as Cox goes left, feeds out to Goodlet, launches a tray, banks it home off of the window. Only called, yes, they're going to call it a 3, 47-40. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. Rams down by 7 with 8:31 remaining in the game. Adrian Goodlet making it work here in the fourth quarter. Back into the game we go. Milligan will get the ball back. Bluefield likely to go with a full court press here to see if Milligan can start making some mistakes. We haven't seen that many turnovers from this Milligan team. 13 as opposed to 11 on the Bluefield side. But the Rams still not winning as they are down by 7, 47-40. Full court press, and now Cassidy Anderson veers right in front of the scores table across the timeline to manage her way through that. Just past right side, here's Casey Gordon. Long loop down low to Sarah Robinson. Powers towards the basket and just pushes it off of the window for another short layup. So Robinson now with 17 points to make it 49-40. And the Rams went down on the floor trying to draw that charge. Here's Bellinier, underhands Crockett left wing. Veers right off the screen, now cuts back on the left side. Chest pass top of the key. Goodlet lets it fly. Back iron miss. Bouncing into the hands of Sarah Robinson, who hauls it in the backcourt. Well, they have not been calling any charges down low as Bluefield has been doing their best to really permeate the paint from Sarah Robinson on the left side. Picks up her dribble, now launches it from 17 feet. Ugly shot for the junior as Bellinier pulled down the board. 49-40, Rams still down by 9. And Emily Hart, she'll have to get into the scoring ways as well if the Bluefield College Rams want to get back into this one. She's only scored 4. Passes on the left side over to Crockett. Loops on to the left corner. Danae Cox, open look at the lane, cuts back, shoots from the elbow, front rim miss. Rebound, Emily Hart spinning through the double team, gets it back for Bluefield. Now the Rams on a fresh shot clock. Cox starts to drive in, swings it back out. Emily Hart on a left-handed dribble, draws a foul from Cassidy Anderson, who didn't have her feet set. That's already the third foul or the second foul rather, on Milligan, the first one for Anderson in the fourth quarter. Rams playing clean so far in the first 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Emily Hart, the sophomore, coming from Independence, Virginia. Rams trying to come back in this one. Ball is tipped into Bellanier. Shoots with one arm and misses, but fouled as she was pushed down in the paint for Milligan's third foul. That's going to be on Kaylee Ghost. Bellanier, always tough, trying to spin in towards that rim. So we'll have to see what the senior can do here, or rather the sophomore from Richmond. Shoots with the left hand. Back iron, and the ball just spins out. Back into the game, Mackenzie Razor. Kaylee Ghost taking off. Mackenzie Razor has been a downright threat with Sarah Robinson in the low post. Well, Bellanier shoots and scores now to make it an 8-point game. 49-41. Emily Hart providing the full court press. Robinson has picks her dribble up and one arms it over towards the midcourt line, and Crockett was draped over the back of Emma Cashman. That's the first foul for Bluefield with 6:59 remaining in the fourth quarter. And the first one on Crockett as well. So Bluefield now calling off the Dogs, back in a man-to-man as the pass is lifted into the backcourt for Andy Lamb. Emily Hart on her on the defense. Pass into the corner over for Emma Kate Brown. Overhead pass to Sarah Robinson. Spins and scores in the right block. And Sarah Robinson has been flat out unstoppable. 51-41 is the score. Rams down by 10 with 6.5 minutes remaining in the game. Here's Goodlet on a one-arm dribble. Feeds it over to Danae Cox. Drives inside. Runs it back out to Bellanier. Puts it on the deck. Chest pass Emily Hart. Hart dribbles inside. Feeds Goodlet onto the right corner. Pops it over to Crockett. Floats from 5. Misses the layup. Tipped out towards the free throw line. Still loose as the ball is pinballed around. And finally hauled into the backcourt by Milligan's Emma Kate Brown. 6:17 remaining as Kate Brown takes the ball with one arm and now pitches it down low to Mackenzie Razor. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar style hook shot. Misses with the left hand and hauled in by Emily Hart. Now she has no one to pass it to. Just starts to sprint it over on a loose dribble. Swings it out to Nate Cox. Bluefield starting to slow down by 10. 51-41. Adrian Goodlet and Bluefield looking for the open shot and to get a rally going. Cox shoots from the elbow. It's blocked by Emma Kate Brown. Ball tipped in to Bellanier. Out of a double team. Wrestles it to Goodlet and floats it in off of the window. Adrian Goodlet has been on fire in this fourth quarter for Bluefield. She's been a big part of why the Rams are still not out of this one. For the senior, now she is close to double figures with 7 points. Another cut into the low block for Robinson. Spins right off the backboard, misses, and a rebound under the basket by Emily Kaiser. Steps back out towards the right corner, feeds back to Robinson, spins and misses. Loose ball corralled by Goodlet. Now the Rams moving in transition, 2-on-2 as Goodlet passes left over to Crockett. Layup good, and the Rams have cut it down to a 6-point lead at 51-45. Moving fast now after Goodlet, able to silence them with the steal. Milligan slowing it down again. Mackenzie Razor in the left wing. Bounces down low to Robinson. Spins again, and you cannot stop her. Sarah Robinson with that hook shot, able to just bounce the ball off of the glass. Timeout called as it is now 53-45. Timeout called by Rich Aubrey. 4:53 remaining. Rams with a chance to come back down by 8 with 4:53 left to go in the game. Adrian Goodlet has tallied 7 points now in the fourth quarter for the Rams to cut it down to an 8-point lead, 53-45. with 4:53 left to go in this game. Bluefield to get the ball back, going right to left here against Milligan, looking to sweep the Buffaloes after winning by 1 point back in November when Rich Aubrey's team came to Bluefield, ranked by the score at 24. Emily Hart chest pass left wing. Crockett loops out top of the key to Autumn Hash. Hash kind of stumbling as she has that brace on her knee. On the left one to be exact, as Danae Cox has it in the left wing. 12 to shoot. Starts to go inside. Flips it back out to Bellinier. Drives in the lane. Scoops with the left hand and misses. Mackenzie Razor able to power through for the board. So 4.5 minutes remaining. 53-45 the score. Buffaloes on top. Buffaloes back with it as Razor launches a three. Misses as the ball bounces hard off the back iron. Emily Hart underhands to Crockett. Feeds out right corner. Danae Cox flies for three. Swish! As Danae Cox has cut it down to a 5-point game. 53-48. Cox now in double figures with 12 points. Now on defense, Mackenzie Razor spins it out in the left corner. Going down the baseline, Emma Kate Brown feeds to Mackenzie Razor. Loose ball going towards the baseline. It will stay with Milligan with 3:55 left to go. Can the Rams come back here inside of Steve Lacey Fieldhouse? It's a tall task because Milligan has led the entire game. Zip out in the right wing, Mackenzie Razor. Stutter step, now goes in the lane, stripped of the ball. It goes with Bluefield as it looked like Danae Cox tipped it away and Razor just kicked the ball out. So the Rams get it back, 3:51 remaining in the game. Need the shots to start falling some more from Emily Hart. Danae Cox now with 12 points. She's 4 of 15 and has hit 2 3-pointers. Emily Hart dances onto the right side near the elbow, picks her dribble back up and feeds Danae Cox right wing. 3:38 remaining as Cox veers left off the screen. Pops it back to Autumn, half drives in and passes over to Emily Hart. Open look at the basket and blocked by Sarah Robinson right into the hands of Emily Kaiser. What a block it was for the junior for this Milligan team. Now a cut on the left side. Here's Emily Kaiser, loops a three. Back iron miss, rebound for Crockett. Just bouncing around inside that backcourt. 3:15 remaining, Bluefield down by 5. Going straight down the floor. Crockett fouled as she went up for the layup. Trying to go coast to coast, and rather, that will be a charge called as Crockett went into the lane and bumped right into Emma Kate Brown. So now they're going to overrule it and call it a defensive foul because Crockett went inside and Emma Kate Brown was in the circle and went straight down to the floor. So now she was in the circle. They overrule the foul call. And they're going to give Crockett 2 shots. So Crockett went coast to coast, bumped in the lane, originally called it a charge, and then after the officials were able to talk about it, overrule the call, and now Crockett will have to come in for 2 free throws. So it will be a block called on Emma Kate Brown rather than a charge called on Tiana Crockett. So now a couple of crucial free throws for Crockett. First one, looped off the front end of the basket and bounces on the right side. 3:11 remaining. Now a whistle, Kaylee goes into the game. Sarah Robinson checks out. So the freshman Crockett, coming from Wytheville High School, not too far from Bluefield, trying to be a hero today to get Bluefield back within 4. Floats with the right hand. Nothing but net. Now it is 53-49. Rams in this backcourt trying to poke the ball away from Cassidy Anderson. She gets the ball across the midcourt line over to Ghost. Loops down in the right block to Razor. Zips out left wing Kaiser. Pump fake drives in. Zips it back out to Anderson. Around the horn they go. Now back down to Razor. Pivots in the left block. Floats with a right hand. Misses. Follows her shot. Goes to the floor. And it's a walk called. That gives the Rams the ball right back. So Razor with a great amount of tenacity to follow her shot. Can't get it to fall though as she went down on the rebound for the walk. Bluefield gets the ball back, down by 4, 53-49, with 2:40 left to go on the clock. Pitch into the left wing for Crockett. Stutter step in the left block out of the defense. A walk called as Crockett spun down in the left block and gives the ball right back to Milligan. Well, the tension starting to build here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield has trailed by as much as 12 and has fought back in this one to cut it down to 4. They're going to kick up that full court press, though. Robinson with an overhead pass. Feeds Ghost near the logo. Swings it out left. over to Emily Kaiser. Rams setting up in his own defense with 2.5 minutes left to go. Emma Kate Brown dances onto the right side, picks it back up over to Ghost. Pops down low, tipped in the air, loose ball, and pinballed into the hands of Emily Kaiser. Emily Hart didn't know where that ball was after a hitter in the back. Now 8 to shoot. Anderson feeds over to Kaiser. Lobs it back to Anderson, top of the key. 5 seconds on the shot clock now. Anderson drills a 3 and misses as the ball is loose in the backcourt. Janae Cox bouncing it over to Emily Hart. A tie-up as they went down to the floor, and it will stay with Milligan. Corey Mullins wanted to call a timeout, but the Rams just couldn't get it. So now with a flat 2:02 left to go in the game, big chance for Milligan to go up by 3 possessions. Emily Hart loops in near the logo for Cassidy Anderson, and Rich Aubrey's team will try to work down this entire shot clock. Anderson with a one right arm dribble, passes up top of the key. Kaylee Ghost floats from 17, and with her foot on the line, able to drill in that long two. 55-49, Rams down by 6 with 1:43 remaining in the game. Emily Hart and Bluefield looking for a dramatic way to get back into this one. Autumn Hash pivots out of that double team into the right block, spins it back to Bellanier. Storms to the lane, scoots with a left hand, and fouled on the shot as it could not fall, bouncing into the left side of the rim. That's a foul on Sarah Robinson. Bluefield in that bonus. Robinson with 3 fouls with 1:31 remaining, down 55-49. Bellanier to the free throw line. She is 2 of 4 and now make it 3 of 5 after the first one goes in. Make it 55-50. And Bellanier get both. Misses ugly, did not hit the rim. It bounced on to the backboard, and now the buzzer sounds to send out a whole new defensive platoon for the Rams. Tyra Jackson, Preservati, Huggins, as well as Kendall Cloninger and Haley Turman. Rams trying to pick this ball away with 1:31. They are down by 5. Pass inbounds to Emily Kaiser, immediately fouling now. And Corey Mullins trying to send this team to the line. That'll just be the 3rd foul on Bluefield and the first one on Huggins. Well, the senior coming out of Newport News, Virginia. Can the Rams try to poke this ball loose? Now 1:29 on the clock. Pass inbounds. They're going to try to feed into Cassidy Anderson, and they do. And the foul will be charged on Hannah Preservati. That gets this back up to 3 fouls. And the Rams will have to foul 2 more times. Only wasted a second off of the clock. Pass inbounds again to Cassidy Anderson, and immediately poked by Hannah Preservati. And now looking for the subs after it will be the 4th foul of the quarter and Preservati's first. Make it her 2nd, rather. Now the Rams send more of an offensive lineup onto the floor now that no one will foul out. 55-50. One arm zip into Kaylee Ghost, and now Bluefield will not foul with 1.5 remaining. Cut down to 1:20. 55-50. Robinson underhands near the midcourt line. That was dangerous of being a backcourt violation. Pass in the left wing over to Emily Kaiser. Danae Cox glued on her on defense. Dishes top of the key goes. Cross-court lob. Anderson in the right wing with 10 to shoot. 1:06 remaining. Lob in the right block to McKenzie, or rather Sarah Robinson. Tipped out of bounds, and Autumn Hash, will be called with the foul, as it looked like Hash poked the ball through, and they're going to call a foul on the Bluefield forward. That's the 5th team foul, and Sarah Robinson will go to the line. Trying to make this a 7-point game as she hits that first free throw. 56-50. Could be a tough loss for Bluefield. They have not led the entire game as Robinson misses the 2nd free throw, snatched out of the air by Bellanier. 1 minute remaining. Bellanier gets the ball across the timeline to Crockett. Now Crockett drives down the right side of the paint, loops for 2, misses. Rebound Autumn Hash, who hits it with the foul. Autumn Hash with her first points of the game, and now can make it a 3-point game if she's able to hit this free throw. Can she do it here? Bluefield ready to rebound this if she does not hit it. Autumn Hash able to bounce the ball through. 56-53, down to a 1-possession game. Smallest deficit of the entire 4th quarter with just 42 seconds remaining. Robinson drives in on the right wing. Bluefield needs a stop. Now backs out near the scorer's table, 14 to shoot. Bellanier on the defense. And now a timeout called by Rich Aubrey. Just a 30-second timeout with 33.8 seconds left and 12 seconds on the shot clock. We take a look And what needs to happen here, Danae Cox with 12 points. She does have 2 3-pointers in this one. Kiara Bell-Lanier with 9 points for the Rams, 7 points each for Adrian Goodlett, Deanna Crockett, as well as Hannah Preservati. Preservati has Bluefield's 3-pointer as well. Kendall Cloninger with 1 for the Rams. Only 5 hit for Bluefield. On the other end, there have only been 4 hit for Milligan. And Mackenzie Razor able to hit 2, as well as a couple from Emma Kate Brown. Ball will be right back with Milligan with just 33.8 seconds remaining in the game. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Emily Kaiser to do the inbounding duties for Milligan. Passes into Cassidy Anderson, now 10 to shoot. She has it at the top of the key. Drives in on the left side. Loose pass on the left over to Emma Kate Brown. Sarah Robinson for 3. Misses. Rolling into the hands of Bell-Lanier. Calling a timeout immediately. Getting the ball right back to Bluefield with 23 seconds. And the Rams will have a chance to tie it and maybe send this into overtime. The Rams have trailed by as much as 12 in this game. And what a game it has been for Bluefield. What a fourth quarter. They were outscored in the third quarter 17-12, but now the Rams have outscored Milligan in the fourth quarter 18-9. So they have doubled the score of Milligan behind that really big performance from Adrian Goodlett. We saw a 3 hit by Danae Cox, and now they're going to need some 3s to hit as well. Kendall Cloninger onto the floor after this timeout for Bluefield, and the Rams with 23 seconds will have to try to tie this up, going for their 4th straight conference win. And Milligan just kind of slowed down in the fourth quarter. They were up by as much as 12 here in the second half. And just like in that Reinhardt game, Bluefield has been able to fight back and fight themselves right back into the game with under a minute left to go. Well, the officials talking what happens out of the timeout. Emily Kaiser talking with the official for Milligan. Now the buzzer sounds. Bluefield onto the floor, down by 3, 56-53. Here at Steve Lacey Fieldhouse at Milligan College in Tennessee. Emily Hart to inbounds right in front of the Bluefield bench. And Corey Mullen stepping right back from the bench. Bounce near the backcourt for Hannah Preservati. 20 seconds. Lob on the right side to Nate Cox. Lob top of the key over to Goodlett. Pass left wing over to Emily Hart. Dishes top of the key to Hannah Preservati. Here's Cox looking for a 3. Goodlett has to feed to Preservati. It's tipped away and stolen. Robinson has it on the far side. And a double dribble is called on Sarah Robinson. So Bluefield able to get the ball right back. It was stolen away by Robinson. She took it into the front court and then double dribbled off of the pressure. So with 6.1 seconds remaining, Bluefield has a timeout, and they're going to have to shoot a 3, down by 3 here. What a play. Goodlett had it at the right elbow and knew they needed to get a 3 to fall. So then when she passed it up to Hannah Preservati, it was tipped away by Robinson, who could have sealed the deal, but instead Bluefield will have another chance once again. Down by 3, it is 56-53, and the Milligan fans on the edge of their seats here at Steve Lacey Fieldhouse. It's been a fun one here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Women's basketball taking on Milligan, looking to sweep the Milligan Buffaloes this year. The Rams coming in at 13-11 and 10-9 in the AAC. Just behind Milligan, as Milligan is 6th in the conference, Bluefield at 7th. The top 8 teams make that conference tournament starting on February 22nd. So we're in the last month of the season, and a crucial game at that. Rams will need a buzzer beater, as Danae Cox has already hit one for the Rams this year. 3-pointers falling for Hannah Preservati and Kendall Cloninger as well. Now that buzzer sounds to get the teams back out on the floor. Crockett will inbounds for Bluefield. 6.1 on the clock, 56-53 the score. Pass into Hannah Preservati, 5 seconds. Preservati veers right off of a screen, loose back out to Danae Cox. Shoots at the buzzer, no good. And that will be the ball game as Milligan holds on to win. Rams fall 56-53. Danae Cox had a look there at the end, and the ball just went too far to the left. So that is a tough game for the Rams to swallow as they fall to 13-12 and 10-10 in the AAC. Milligan gets revenge to improve to 11-9 in the AAC and 15-11 as the year goes on here. What a game, though, as Bluefield fought hard until the end. Tanae Cox leading the way for Bluefield with 12 points. Only player for the Rams at double figures as the Rams, as you take a look at what they do offensively, just shot 35%. Milligan shot 43%. Rams did a little bit better from beyond the arc, though, with 31% being their three-point percentage. Only 25% for Milligan. On the free throw line, the Rams went 8 of 14. Milligan not that much better at 8 of 13. The Rams have 40 rebounds as opposed to Milligan's 33. Turnovers, Rams won in that battle as well. Milligan with 16 and then Bluefield with 14. Milligan did tally 4 blocks as opposed to the Rams 2. On the other end for Milligan, a couple of players in double figures. Sarah Robinson, unstoppable in this one. She was 9 of 17 from the field and had 22 points. Mackenzie Racer with 13 points, the only other player in double figures for this Milligan Buffaloes team. What a game it was, and now we're 20 minutes away from a start on the men's side, but for now on the women's side, Rams drop a close one, 56-53. Take a look over on the other side of the Rams Digital Sports Network for this men's game. But for now, that's it for the women's basketball side of things. My name is Bailey Engel saying so long until next time in about 20 minutes on the men's basketball broadcast.